wasn't enough.
Since then, Missy has toured stadiums with Ed Sheeran and welcomed her second child, Luna, into the world.
And you're here and there's a million ways to justify your fear.
Playing the Spiegeltent has always been on my bucket list. I've seen a few shows there over the years and I just love the venue. I love it in the round, and it's got such a beautiful, intimate feel and so much character. So I'm very excited, and to be playing with these special guests, it's going to be super special.
Hello, everyone. I'm going to start off the evening by playing the song that kind of started it all. This is All for Believing.
Pull back the shield between us, and I'll kiss you. Drop your defenses and come into my arms. I'm all for believing, I'm all for believing. I'm all for believing if you can reveal the true colors within. I know you blanket your mind so much that I am blind, but I see you painted your soul into your God. I'm all for believing, I'm all for believing. And I need to know just how you feel, to comfort you, need to find the key to let me in, into your heart, to find your soul. Pull back the shield between us, and I'll kiss you. Drop your defenses and come into my arms. I'm all for believing if you can reveal the true colors within, and say you will be there for me to hold when the faith grows old and life turns cold. When faith grows old and life turns cold. So if you're cold, I will stay. Maybe fate will guide the way. I believe in what I see, and baby, we were meant to be. Just believe, just believe, just believe, and trust in me.
Thank you.
So we've put an end to it this time. I'm no longer yours, and you're no longer mine. You said this hill looks far too steep. If I'm not even sure that it's me you wanna keep. And it's been 10 days without you in my reach, and the only time I've touched you is in my sleep. But time has changed nothing at all.
All right, we're going to play a song next that is from my second album, and this is a song that when I released it in America, it ended up being by far the most successful song of mine to be released over there, and it became a single, and they put it in a few little TV shows over there, like Smallville and One Tree Hill and Grey's Anatomy. Back then that was the big thing to get on Grey's Anatomy, so it was like the coolest thing ever. And it was in this really random scene where, and this ambulance was it had kind of, the brakes had broken on this ambulance, and it was like heading towards a house, and it crashed into the house and then flipped upside down, and one of the lead actors was like impaled on something upside down with blood dripping out of his head. And then my song came on. It was so funny. I was like, wow, what made them look at that scene and just think, a Missy Higgins song would be perfect right here. I didn't really care though. I was honoured. So this is Where I Stood.
I don't know what I've done, or if I like what I've begun, but something told me to run, and honey, you know me, it's so or none. There were sounds in my head, little voices whispering that I should go and this should end. Oh, when I found myself listening, 'cause I don't know who I am without you. All I know is that I should, and I don't know if I could stand another hand upon you. All I know is that I should, 'cause she will love you more than I could. Ah, she who dares to stand where I stood. See, I thought love was black and white, that it was wrong or it was right. But you ain't leaving without a fight, and I think I am just as torn inside. 'Cause I don't know who I am without you. All I know is that I should, and I don't know if I could stand another hand upon you. All I know is that I should, 'cause she will love you more than I could. Oh, she who dares to stand where I stood, and I won't be far from where you are if ever you should call. You meant more to me than anyone I ever loved at all. But you taught me how to trust myself, and so I say to you, this is what I have to do. 'Cause I don't know who I am without you. All I know is that I should. And I don't know if I could stand another hand upon you. All I know is that I should, 'cause she will love you more than I could. Oh, she who dares to stand where I stood.
you. Thank you very much. I'm very, very excited about this next song because I'm going to be inviting a special guest up on stage. I've admired this woman for a long time. I started listening to her music when I was in high school, just starting out as a budding singer-songwriter, and I'm very honoured to invite her up here to sing Going North with me. This is Kasey Chambers, everybody.
Well, the storm's rolling in under this beautiful Spiegeltent tin roof.
Certainly is.
Missy Higgins, let's begin at the beginning.
Okay.
Can you remember the feeling that you had when you wrote your first song?
Depends what you call my first song. When I was in I think it was about year 5, I wrote a song on piano that was this whole instrumental story about a convict coming to Australia because he'd stolen a pig out of the front yard of a sheriff's house, and the song ended with him being beheaded, and there's like a dong dong for the bell.
That's some dark stuff for an 11-year-old, 10-year-old.
I know. And that felt really awesome. Like, I was so proud of myself because it was, I had all these little different parts of the story going on. Then I started to kind of slowly form my own style and sound. And, I mean, my first real song was All for Believing.
And how old were you when you wrote that?
15. I was in year 10.
Yeah.
And I wrote it for a class music assignment. And I think I felt really satisfied because up until that point I'd been writing pseudo songs, but I'd never felt as though I was able to express myself in the way I really wanted to. And for some reason, everything just kind of fell into place with that song.
That was the song that, of course, won Triple J Unearthed for you.
Yeah.
I actually have the cassette that it was entered into.
Oh my
and
gosh.
I've seen this before.
Yeah.
Melissa Higgins
Yeah.
on the cover, but I had never realised that when you actually open up what you dubbed it over...
What did I dub it over?
It's
I don't even know.
some sort of medical tape instructional update. And
How funny,
I mean, your
'cause my
dad's a GP,
doctor,
isn't he?
so that must have been dermatology update, managing the diabetic patient. How funny.
When did you get a feeling of where this could lead and how big this could become for you? Your song on the radio, and then what could follow?
Yeah, I mean, I think it was when they told me that I was going to be doing a concert at Awaki Auditorium and my song was going to get on radio on high rotation. And then I think when I got signed to a record label on my 18th birthday, a few months after winning Unearthed, because my dad said to me, maybe you don't have to go to uni now. Maybe you know, you get a get out of uni free card and this is a legitimate career. So I stopped filling out my application forms for uni and I was like, okay, I'm going to do music now. This is going to be my thing.
What for you makes a good song?
A massive part of songwriting for me is the ability to connect with other people, because for me that's kind of what life is. It's like connecting with other people in order to understand yourself better, sharing your stories and having that feedback is kind of what it's all about for me.
This is Peachy. A 1, a 2, a 1, 2, 3.
It's not my fault, it can't be my fault that you speak to me the way you do. Now I'm split in two, I'm half me and half you, but I hate us both, don't you? No, of course you don't, of course you don't. It's the life is peachy without me. Of course you don't, of course you don't. It's the life is peachy without me. And it's not your fault, it can't be your fault that I let you crawl inside my head. 'Cause you know my places and you know that face, but all I hate is taste on you. No, of course you don't, of course you don't. It's a life is peachy without me. Of course you don't, of course you don't. It's a life is peachy without me. Let me It's no one's fault, it's nobody's fault that I fell on you and you on me. That's what humans do, then they pass on through, but I think we can't, don't you? Oh, no, of course you don't, of course you don't. Yes, your life is peachy without me. Of course you don't, of course you don't. Yes, your life is peachy without me. Heavy were the nights when the fire burned low. was moving in circles, waiting for you to show. Thinking too fast, trying to breathe slow, longing for the handle to turn on the door. And every sign you passed along the way looked twisted and burned with messages in languages you'd never seen or heard, but you drove on anyway. And oh, now all of a sudden you're here and I just can't remember a time when you weren't true. I had to believe that all the signs were arrows pointing you to me. Steady were the wheels under every bus, chasing a horizon nobody ever touched, singing into lights, questions over chords, hearing not an answer but the silence of applause. And every hand I tried to hold would fit there a while, till one of us grew tired of pretending it felt right, and the emptiness would burn. It's hard to make yourself leave space for someone that may never emerge. But oh, sudden you're here and I just can't remember a time when you weren't. It's true, I had to believe that all the signs were arrows pointing you to me. They were pointing you to me.
Thank you very much. So this next song, I'm going to invite a very good friend of mine up on stage, someone who I admire so much. He's an incredible songwriter and has one of my favourite voices in the biz. Ben Abraham, put your hands together. Ben was kind enough to sing on this song, and it is called Run So Fast.
treading water again. This is not what I had planned when I saw this day. We run so fast with the wind on our tails and the hope in our young hearts. Yeah, we run so fast. Thought we could not, no, we could not fail. And until now, well, I've been bold, I've laughed at fire, I've danced through the unknown. Oh, but lately things have shaken me. Some paint this land, for I want to believe there's a hole in the dead end. You might let me see, for this dark is strong. I've been trying to move, but the inside is square one. It won't let me through. And until now, well, I've been bold, I've laughed at fire, I've danced through the unknown. Oh, but lately things have shaken me. And if I ever had control, I swear I thought I knew where rivers flow. Oh, but lately things have shaken me.
Ben Abraham, everybody.
Missy, social justice has been such a big part of your life for so many years. Why is that so important to you?
I guess, I've always had a sense of social justice, but once I got to the point where I felt like I had some sort of platform, it felt like a waste to not help out in any way in areas that I could.
For someone who seems to have had such a strong sense of empathy throughout your whole life, it sounds like it's just increasing as starting your own family and all the life changes that you've been through. It's just getting bigger and bigger.
Maybe, yeah. I think having kids it's enabled me to get out of my head a little bit, I think. I used to do a lot of self-analysis, and it's not so much that anymore. It's like I'm looking outwards a bit more, so that's a bit healthier.
Bigger picture.
Yeah, a bit more bigger picture, yeah.
Does it also work as a kind of another form of inspiration to look outward and feel something that you can react to in song form when you're writing?
Well, I don't think I do it for that reason, but I think that's inevitably what I'm sensitive to, because that's kind of how I'm built. And when I wrote my song "Oh Canada," I was particularly sensitive at that point about young children because I just had a baby.
It was in reaction to that harrowing image of young Syrian
Kurdi,
refugee washed up on the shore.
That photo was just, it was really harrowing, and whether it be writing a song about it or helping out, playing a charity gig or bringing awareness to it, enables me to feel as though I'm doing something progressive.
I am extremely honoured to invite these ladies up on stage. We're going to be singing a song of mine called "Oh Canada," and they are going to be our backup choir. This is the Lady Choir, everybody. So this is one of my more, I guess, emotional songs for me to perform. I wanted to write a song about it, although I needed to kind of wait a bit. I waited a few months for it to kind of sink in, and then I realised that I wanted to tell the story of this family who had tried to escape the terror in their country and find somewhere safe to live, and just what an incredibly hard decision that must have been for their father, Abdullah. And I thought, I want to humanise this family, because in another life, in another time, any of us could have been them, and all they wanted was a safe place to live. So I was particularly angry at the time about our government kind of refusing to humanise these people and refusing to give them safe harbour, because I was looking at my child and I was just thinking that could have been you in another lifetime, and that's just too devastating to think about. So this is the story of their family's journey across the seas, ultimately trying to get to relatives in Canada, but sadly they didn't make it. It's quite appropriate that the rain has just started.
He was carried from the water by a soldier, and the picture screams 1,000 different words. He was running from the terror with his father, who once believed that nothing could be worse. So he'd handed a man 2,000 precious dollars, the way you'd rest a bird in a lion's open jaw. And he told the boys that Canada was waiting, that there was hope upon her golden shores. But at night he said a quiet prayer into the wind. Oh, Canada, if you can hear me now, won't you open up your arms towards the sea? Oh, my Canada, if you could help me out. All I ever wanted was a safe place for my family. Where the days were long, but the nights were even longer, and the baby boys never left their mother's side. But the boat was small and the waves were getting stronger, and they began to fear they'd not survive. So the father said, we gotta hold each other tighter. I'm not losing everything I love tonight. And we come so far, I know that out there somewhere there's a place we won't have to fear for our lives. But as he held on to the side of the boat, he looked up at the sky. Oh, Canada, if you can hear me now, won't you open up your arms towards the sea? Oh, my Canada, if you could help me out. The sea is churning and I think we're going justify your fear. There's a million ways to measure out your worth. But the body of a lamb being laid upon the sand, tell me, how do we live with that?
Thank you very much. The Lady Choir, everybody. This is a song called Everyone's Waiting.
I know all the lines to say, the part I'm expected to play, but in the reflection I am worlds away. As I put my costume on, eyelashes one by one, been doing this so long I could tie the knot behind my back, and everyone's waiting, but it's getting harder to hear what my heart is saying, 'cause everyone's waiting. Oh, just swallow and breathe, she says. Remember, this ain't for you, it's for them. And all of those painful lessons you've had to learn, you gotta use them now or never. 'Cause everyone's waiting, but it's getting harder to hear what my heart is saying. Turn it up, I wanna turn it up, Lord. When everyone's waiting, it makes it harder to hear what my heart keeps saying. Turn it off, I wanna turn it on, Lord. But everyone's waiting, I hear that answers appear when you just stand still. But make it all, how do you make it all stop when everyone's waiting? Everyone's waiting.
Thank you very much. This next song is another song that I wrote for my husband. I wrote this song about how him and I met up in Broome in WA, and I was sitting in the living room of our mutual friend's house, and he was living there at the time, and I was sitting on this kind of grotty futon couch when he walked out, and something in me just went ping, and we got chatting, and over the coming weeks we fell in love. He asked me to sing I Was Made for Loving You in his band, who are called the Cable Bitches, because of Cable Beach. And so we actually kind of fell in love while duetting on I Was Made for Loving You in full, like, 80s leotard, wigs, makeup, get up. And it was pretty raunchy. And now our son's favourite song is I Was Made for Loving You. It's really funny. But this is a song about that futon couch and everything it witnessed in the early days. Get your minds out of the gutter. Nothing like that happened on the futon couch, okay? Trust me. If you'd seen the couch, you'd know why.
I was sitting on a futon couch in a far-off town where the desert meets the sea. You were only wrapped in a towel when you walked out the spare room of my friend's house. Oh, I feel I've met you before. Something inside me is trying to remember a story. Oh, I think I've loved you before. Something is tugging my sleeve like a secret whispered from the future. Maybe this is us now. Maybe this is us. Hey, hey, what do you say? Wanna make history start today? Hey, boy, what do you say we jump from here? Hey, what are you thinking? The leaning against the kitchen sink, 'cause I see everything now. Sitting on this futon couch. Sitting on this futon couch. You were never gonna leave that town where your friends always drop by unannounced for tea. Oh, and where the pain of the world was swallowed when the sunset wiped you clean. Oh, I knew I'd heard it before. Nothing is changing till everything changes at once. Oh, I knew I felt it right down to my core. Something was writing itself on the walls of our future hearts. Hey, hey, what do you say? Wanna make history start today? Hey, boy, what do you say we jump from here? Hey, know what I think? You'll be kissing me against the kitchen sink, 'cause I see everything now. Sitting on this futon couch. Sitting on this futon couch. Oh, 'cause I see water spilling over land. I see a frosted window and the prints of your small hand. I see the lights out, fingers intertwined. I see a cup thrown inside and the breaking of the night. I see me walking towards you to the sound of calling hey. I see the earth split down the center of our brain, but I see it's worth it, 'cause I see it all now. Sitting on this futon couch. Sitting on this futon couch. Sitting on this futon couch. Sitting on this futon. I'm on the edge. Know what I think? You'd be kissing me against the kitchen. And sitting on the edge now. Everything now.
All right, I'm really excited about inviting this next guest up on stage. I first met him when we were both singing on the Kev Carmody tribute tour, and I then saw him soon after play at the Corner Hotel, and he just absolutely blew me away with his voice and his songwriting, and I was lucky enough to both cover one of his songs on my Oz record and get him to sing a Slim Dusty song with me. So I'd like to invite him up on stage now to sing that song with me. This is Dan Sultan, everybody.
an honour to be here. Thanks for having me.
It's such an honour to have you
Going really
here.
well. It sounds beautiful.
It's going well?
Yeah,
It's going all right? Good.
Yeah.
Thank you.
They had my future wrapped up in a parcel, and no one even thought of asking me. The day I turned 15, I took the mail train to find out what else might be in life for me. Well, I rode on trucks and trains and lived on nothing. Served me right for wanting to be free. Oh, well, that's the way society looked at it, and it didn't seem to be that way to me. And the biggest disappointment in the family was me, the only twisted branch upon that good old family tree. I just couldn't be the person they expected me to be. And the biggest disappointment in the world was me.
A lot more dinner times than there were dinners. I learned a lot that hurt me at the time. Now this quiet country boy came home a different man, with memories of distance on my mind. Oh, now I might have spoken too loud and laughed too often, and I might have drunk too many glasses down. And perhaps these old clothes are older than I realized. A relief for all when I left town.
And the biggest disappointment in the family was me, the only twisted branch upon that good old family tree. I just couldn't be the person they expected me to be. And the biggest disappointment in the world was me. And the biggest disappointment in the family was me, the only twisted branch upon that good old family tree. I just couldn't be the person they expected me to be. And the biggest disappointment in the world was me.
Dan Sultan, everybody.
Missy Higgins in 2018 has a new album, a best of, A Young Family. What would you tell teenage Missy if you had the chance to now?
It's hard, you know, because you don't listen to anyone's opinion when you're a teenager.
Valid
even
point.
my older self, I wouldn't have listened to. I would have just said, you know, one day you're not going to have any of these worries on your shoulder.
How different is it writing songs for just yourself to then writing songs where there's hundreds of thousands of people waiting on them too?
Oh, it's a lot of it is just a matter of trying to forget that when you're writing a song, trying to forget that there's people waiting for your music. I think that's a big part of the reason I took a huge break after my second album, and I felt like my music wasn't mine anymore, and there was too many people around me. It had been made into this business, and that was not what music was about for me. So I had to really get back to a place where all of that was stripped away and music was just my thing for me again.
So what's next? What's left on the Missy Higgins bucket list?
I really want to swim with whales.
That's a good one for the bucket list.
Yeah, I want to go to Uluru.
Have you never been to Uluru?
No, I can't believe that I've never been there. I want to see the Valley of the Winds. I want to keep surprising the teenage Missy. I want to keep impressing her, basically.
Keep that conversation going.
Yeah,
Even if she's
exactly.
not always listening, you know that you're always talking to her.
Yeah, I'll be the annoying older auntie that's just going, come on, keep going, you can do better. Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun one day. You're going to do a lot of fun things in your life, go a lot of fun places and sing to a lot of people.
How are you guys going out there? Are you feeling good? This is the specialty.
I have hardly been outside my room in days, 'cause I don't feel that I deserve the sunshine's rays. The darkness helped until the whiskey wore away, and it was then I realized the conscience never fades. When you're young, you have this image of your life, that you'll be scrupulous and one day even make a wife, and you make boundaries that you'd never dream to cross. Then if you happen to, you wake completely lost. But I will fight for you. Be sure that I will fight until we're the special two once again. And we will only need each other. We'll breathe together. Our hands will not be torn to hold another's, 'cause we're the special two. And we could only see each other. We'd bleed together. These arms will not be torn to hold another's, 'cause we're the special two. I remember someone old once said to me, the lies will lock you up with truth the only key. Oh, but I was comfortable and I was warm inside my shell, and I couldn't see this place, 'cause soon become my hell. So is it better to tell and hurt, or lie to save their face? Oh, I guess the answer is don't do it in the first place. I know I'm not deserving of your trust from you right now. Oh, but if by chance you change your mind, you know I will not let you down, 'cause we were the special two, and we'll be again. And we will only need each other. We'll breathe together. Our hands will not be torn to hold another's, 'cause we're the special two. And we could only see each other. We'd bleed together. These arms will not be torn to hold another's, 'cause we're the special two. I step outside my mind's eyes for a minute, and I look over me like a doctor looking for disease or something that could ease the pain, but nothing cures the hurt you bring on by yourself. Just remembering how we were when we would all
Thank you so much. Thank you very much.
Oh, when my back's to the wall.
We're living in desperate times. These are desperate times, my dear. There's no way out of here. There's no way out, my dear.
I've been holding back all my tears just so the pressure don't show. Like a time bomb ticking away, I might blow up someday.
Don't push, don't shout. You better watch what you do.
Watch what you
With my back to the wall, I might do anything at all. With my back to the wall, I might take any chance at all. With my back to the wall, I might do
anything at all. You've got the upper hand. Well, I've got nothing to lose. When I'm trapped in a corner like this, I might light a fuse.
Don't push me too far. You better watch what you do.
Watch what you with my back
With my back
to the wall. I might do anything, oh, with my back to the wall. I might take any chance at all with my back to the wall. I might do anything at all with my back to the wall. I might do anything at all. I've got nothing to lose. I might light a fuse.
I've got nothing to lose. I might light a fuse. Yeah.
Don't come any closer. Don't come any closer. With my back to the wall, I might do anything at all. With my back to the wall, I might take any chance at all. With my back to the wall, you better run for your life. Peter Garrett, everybody.
Such an incredible honour to sing with that man. When we were rehearsing that in sound check, you should have seen the smiles on everybody's faces. The whole band was like, "This is happening!" Very cool. Okay. This is another song from Solastalgia. I wrote this song when I was in America, and there was a lot of talk going on about the gun laws because there had been yet another shooting, and this time at the a nightclub in Orlando, and it was really shocking and sad to be there amongst all this anger towards the government and the people's feeling of futility at not being able to change these laws after time and time again. A mass shooting would happen. So I wrote this song in response. It's called 49 Candles. Another one down, another life lost, another night freedom comes at a cost. Another big story, another headline, another excuse for spinning more lies. But our voices, where do they go? We're calling out, but nothing follows. All our voices, where do they go? Where do they go? Well, 49 candles burn in Orlando, in Orlando. Another new bullet, another gun fired, another mother has told her son has died, another wall built, another point made, another excuse for living this way. And our voices, where do they go? We're shouting loud, but the sound is swallowed. All our voices, where do they go? Where do they go? While 49 candles burn, 49 candles burn, while 49 candles burn in Orlando, in Orlando. What's it gonna take, take? What's it gonna take, take? What's it gonna take, take? Well, 49 candles burn. You're never the same as you once were. Well, 49 candles burn in Orlando, in Orlando. 49 candles burn, and 49 souls will not return. While 49 candles burn in Orlando, in Orlando. What's it gonna A 49 candles burn. A 49 candles burn. A 49 candles burn in Orlando, in Orlando. Thank you. I get very excited about this next song because it's my chance to shine on the cowbell. I play it for about 2.5 seconds, but it might just be my favourite part of the gig. This is Unashamed Desire.
Empty all my pockets and take what you like. Empty all my pockets if you like. I got nothing to hide. Empty all my pockets and take what you like. Empty all my pockets if you like. nothing to hide.
This is Warm Whispers.
Your warm whispers out of the dark, they carry my heart. Your warm whispers into the dawn, they carry me through. And I'm weeping, warm honey and milk, that you stay surrounding me, surrounding me. Your warm whispers swirling me round in a pool of you. Your warm whispers are keeping the noise from breaking through. And I'm weeping, warm honey and milk, that you stay surrounding me, surrounding me. Yeah, I'm weeping, warm honey and milk, that you stay surrounding me. Your warm whispers. And I'm weeping, warm honey and milk,
All right, well, I want to invite a very special lady up on stage. She's fairly new on the music scene, and I think I heard her songs a few years ago when somebody sent me a demo EP, and I was just blown away by her songwriting and her voice. And yeah, I'm so excited to invite her out here to sing this duet with me. This is Gretta Ray, everybody. So this is a song called Steer from my second album. It's a song that I wrote in Broome in WA when I was having a bit of a existential moment on Cable Beach looking up at the stars. One of those moments that make you feel very, very tiny. And it's a good feeling. It's an empowering feeling.
Feel it falling off like clothing. Taste it rolling on your tongue. See the lights above you glowing. Oh, and breathe them deep into your lungs. It was always simple, not hidden hard. You've been pulling at the strings, playing puppeteer for kings, and you've had enough.
Last song. This has been so much fun. All right, this is Scar. Thank you, guys.
He left a card, a bar of soap, and a scrubbing brush next to it. Notes said, use these down to your bones. And before I knew, I had shiny skin, and it felt easy being clean like him. I thought this one knows better than I do. A triangle trying to squeeze through a circle. He tried to cut me so I'd fit. And doesn't that sound familiar? Doesn't that hit too close to home? Doesn't that make you shiver? The way things could have gone. And doesn't it feel peculiar when everyone wants a little more? And so did I do remember to never go that far. Could you leave me with a scar? So the next one came with a bag of treats. She smelled like sugar, and spoke like the sea. She told me that just them trust me. Then she pulled in my stitches one by one, looked at my insides, clicking her tongue into this will all have to come undone. A triangle trying to squeeze through a circle. She tried to blunt me so I'd fit. And doesn't that sound familiar? Doesn't that hit too close to home? Doesn't that make a shiver? The way things could have gone. And doesn't it feel peculiar when everyone wants a little more? And so did I do remember to never go that far. Could you leave me with a scar? Oh, I think I realized just in time that my old self was hard to find. That you can bathe me in your finest wine, but I'll never give you mine.